They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score, and we'll return to Foxborough after this.
Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Here's White, and an alley to run. Oh, now he pulls him over. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Gillisley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Regular. 53 to light. 29. Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They do go for it. It's Brady. They will find his man. That's Hogan complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Brady again, and a dump off to White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Regular.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
On 1st down, Wentz hurts over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Wentz to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he hits his man, Matthews. And all the way down to the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
White 20! White 20! Orange!
Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
White 20! White 20!
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The point after try for Gronkowski. Extra point good by Gronkowski. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Good chip. Go. Brady. Listen.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Still first down.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a Johnny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means they're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a gain there of 11 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, 47 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On first down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. On third down, it's White. And now running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. They go play action here on first down. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Goskowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 76 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So the Patriots coming out now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They stay on the ground. This is Gillisley again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. New England on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Throwing now is Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Brady finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
20! 20!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And that is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got this down to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Goes underneath for Sproles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Shrugs him off, refusing to go down. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make them there.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw is Brady. And right side caught, Hogan. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And open here is Hogan, he's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead.
20.
Again, it's Brady. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic.
And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan from 4 yards out, and the Patriots have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Brady going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hogan. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
220, 380. Right.
Brady to throw. They shakes him off. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. They'll roll him out right. Oh, fighting off the defender. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish,